Great.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Holly Smith, and I have the pleasure of being the College Archivist at Spelman College. The Spelman College archives are the repository for the records of the college, so we have papers from the founders, the presidents, alumni, photographs documenting the history of the college. But we also have the special pleasure of being part of the Women's Research and Resource Center on campus. And because of that connection, we also document Black women and Black people of the African diaspora in the areas of Black feminist theory, education, civil and human rights, LGBTQIA advocacy, performing arts, a variety of ways. And two of our most heavily used special collections are the papers of cultural worker Toni Cade Bambara and lesbian mother, warrior, activist, poet, feminist icon, Audre Lorde. So in honor of Audre Lorde's 90th birthday, we just wanted to present just a few of the artifacts from her incredible archival collections here at Spelman. Dr. Janetta B. Cole, the first Black woman president at Spelman, was very close friends with Audre Lorde and was able to talk to her about donating her papers here. Audre Lorde, I believe, was the first out Black lesbian to speak at the college, initially in 1977, I believe. And from everything I've read and understood, did not have a positive experience. So when Dr. Cole was back on campus, she came back to the campus in 1988. And through her friendship with Dr. Cole, had a better experience, and that led to the donation of her paper to Spelman. So we remain forever indebted to Audre Lorde, to her family, her children, Elizabeth and Jonathan, to her estate, just to be able to document and preserve and provide access to her incredible legacy and incredibly rich treasure trove of letters, poems, journals, photographs that are open access with limited restriction. And we have a number of students, we have researchers from all over the world to come to sit and be in community with Sister Audre. So today, just want to amplify her life and work and show a few examples or objects from her collection. So the first thing I would like to show are one of her journals. We were very fortunate to have around 60 plus journals that Audre Lorde wrote in from her childhood in the 40s to when she passed in the 90s. And these are just really rich, incredible insights. There's excerpts of poems, there are flowers pressed in the pages, there might be grocery lists along with her thoughts and writings, and you just really have the pleasure of getting to know her intimately through her journals. So for example, this journal was from 1983, 1984, and just to really be able to even see her handwriting in these journals. And just to read a little bit from October 26, 1983, I have to write this down before I go to sleep with the words like changelings. A conference I was at, a conference or a meeting, in a place with many rooms, like an old firehouse, a station, old darkened boards and rough cabinets, moving us sometimes, many of us sometimes moving from room to room across space. We could leave our bags on the shelves or on the floor beside our places. I had my very beautiful leather bag. Even her thoughts kind of read like poetry, talking about her experiences at these conferences. So this is a real wonderful treat to have her journals here, and they are open and accessible to research. Another really rare treat. The next thing I wanted to highlight was some of the photographs from the collection, and it's a rich collection of photographs documenting her headshots and visits to different places. But what I really like too are some of the more candid photographs that show Audre Lorde with friends, family, and her international travels. And these photographs show her and Dr. Gloria Joseph, her partner and companion, in Berlin in 1991 with some of their friends and colleagues there. And one thing I really love about the photographs is to remember that Audre Lorde, as you know, the iconic activist, writer, feminist, was a person who lived, who loved, who had relationships, who had disagreements with people, she was a human. And I think that's the thing I really enjoy seeing about her in photographs, especially candid photographs. You remember that she was a person who loved and was loved very much. Another thing that I really like in the collection are drafts. And you can see lots of drafts of her poems, her writings, her work. For example, these are some drafts or edits of some of her poems. This is a draft here of relevant is different points of the circle. So you see her own handwritten notes right here, even some of the stains on the paper, as well as some of the drafts of her other poems. Movement Song, Progress Report. You see her notes right there. And it's even funny kind of to see her note right there that says good. I just really like drafts because you can see process too. You can see the evolution. I think when we have these icons or people we really like, we just think that they show up form, but forget they grow, they have a process, they have an editorial process. Again, they're human. And this is a notebook of poems that she had in 1949, it says here. So I just like the way that this even looks like a book here. So you can see some of the drafts, the contents right here. And again, I just like the idea of the writing, seeing her writing, seeing her process, seeing this dedication. And this might be the first time I've seen this this drawing right here, but then a dedication to all the people and to one in particular who have helped me. I dedicate these not too vain endeavors of the past year. So again, you can really enjoy seeing the process and enjoy the intimacy of her writing. So here again, getting to some more of her drafts. Here's a draft of the Erotic is Power. Again, a very iconic essay that a lot of people know, they quote. But again, I really like seeing the process to go from her handwritten notes, crossing things out as well here, to some of her typewritten notes. You can see it's this mimeograph paper. I'm sure a lot of you watching this might not even know what that is. But again, you can see her typewritten notes here and even her further notes. So again, to see her own editorial process for such an iconic essay that people are still quoting today is something I really like and enjoy. And here's some typewritten drafts here from the cancer journals as well. So you can see these diary entries that would later be in the cancer journals, and this is from when she was in the hospital. And certainly last but not least, again, thinking of the totality of the person, we also have some of Audre Lorde's clothes here, which I always like to see, you know, again, thinking about someone as a whole person, what they were wearing, what they wore, what they kept, the ephemera of life. So we have several of her more Afrocentric looking pieces. So these set of pants look like something that we would enjoy wearing today. And as well with a tunic-like, what we would look like, you know, tunic-like top. So, and it says made in Nigeria here on the clothes. So I found myself wondering, like, which trip that she might have gotten these materials on, where did she get the, you know, what was the process? But again, I just like the fact that we have some of her clothes here as well in the archives, including her wedding dress, which is just a very interesting detail. So I hope that little snippet of the rich archival treasures we have here will encourage everyone to think about coming to visit in the Spelman Archives. But on this
celebration of Audre Lorde's life, love, legacy, and work. We just want to again remember to amplify the great gift that she gave to Spelman, but that she gave to humanity with the donation of her records here. And we hope that we can continue to amplify her life legacy of writing very powerful critiques against sexism, racism, homophobia, things that we still see very much today, and that we could just continue to do her good work. Thank you so much.